Good morning YouTube, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to share a little project that I've been working on. I put a few pictures up online on my Facebook page and got a good response. I was totally happy with this once it came together, and it is my hanging garden here. So I don't know if you can see it very well. There's green background, I understand, but yeah, right in front of me we have a hanging garden here for miniature orchids. And so I just wanted to show you how I got to this point, just quickly sort of talk about it. Then I actually wanted to work on it with you, add a couple more orchids to it, and yeah, go from there. Watch it grow together, hopefully. So as you can see, I have got this sort of U-shaped piece of wood here, and it took me a little bit of time to find this. The U-shaped piece of wood I did not get off the ground. It was actually still in a tree, and I got it off the tree. And being it was outside, I was kind of scared of bugs and everything on it, but I did have to rationalize that every time you hang an orchid outside for the summertime in a tree and you bring it back in, it's going to have bugs on it just the same. So basically what I did was I took this stick and I put it under my patio there in a covered area and just let it dry out, making it so that hopefully all the bugs would just kind of leave. And then after it was cured outside for a few weeks, I brought it into the greenhouse. And I did use a bug spray on it to make sure there was nothing on the stick before we started, and got rid of all the bugs that way. And honestly, I never seen a bug on it. I just sprayed it just to make sure. But anyways, there'd be nothing too harmful. Anyways, so then I decided I just left it in the greenhouse for a few more weeks after that, and then decided to finally start working on this project. So let me bring it down here. It's on wire. The wire goes up and it's very, very balanced. It's not going to tip over or anything like that. It can swing, it can spin, it can do whatever. It's on a nice little hook, so it makes it easy. And I'll show you what I've done so far, and then we can finish working on it together. And it's just amazing. I love it. So we'll just start from one end here. And I'll give you a better look at it too as we work on it. So I attached some masdevallias to it and Restripia. And there is an epidendrum. And a little Dracula orchid. And this guy here, I forget the name. He's just over here. All I did was take pieces of some of my orchids. I didn't buy anything special for this. It's just all extras I had laying around to make this guy. So let me just see here. It was part of this one. Neo Lache Pucella is what it is called. I probably butchered that name, but whatever. So, and I attached these with hot glue. Now I did find the hard way that this branch has to be very, very dry for the hot glue to work. So I can see this guy we're just talking about. He's a little loose right now, so I'll probably attach him again. I have the hot glue gun going while we're talking here. Another little Restripia over here. He's actually on the back side, but he's in bloom. And these are just keikis that I took off the mother plant. So, and another little masdevallia up here. So why don't we, now that you've sort of seen it close up, why don't we put the stick down. Sorry, it's really early in the morning here. Why don't we put this down and turn the camera around, and I can give you a better view of it. That way we can focus on everything, and then we'll get to work and add a few more things to it. All right. Alright, I brought you down here, and I just wanted to give you a look at the log sort of close up. I have it just resting on my table and propped up with just a little block of wood so it doesn't roll over. So today we're going to add a couple more orchids. As I said, a small piece of masdevallia. I'm using small masdevallias, stuff that stays really dwarf size, across the whole plant or across the whole stick basically for our miniature hanging garden here. I don't want anything that gets too big and floppy. So there's the Dracula and the epidendrum and the Restripia and the masdevallia is last over there. So I've let this dry out over the last 24 hours. Tried not to get it too wet, so hopefully the hot glue will work on it. And let me back you up so you have a bit better view. And there we go. So I don't know where we're gonna start. I think we're gonna start over on this side anyways. So a few things we do need to know is, for example, the masdevallias themselves, they do not really anchor to wood. So even though it's going to be anchored on here. The roots really need to go into the moss in order to work. Being it's not going to ever be like a Cattleya where it could like massive alleles just don't mount very well. So we got to find ourselves a spot for it, and I want it to kind of go into this group of moss here. Now it's not sphagnum moss, so I don't know how it's really going to work. I don't know if this is going to be part of the experiment there. I don't know if it's going to, if it's the roots are going to survive on this moss or what. But anyways, we're going to try our best. So I'm just trying to look for a spot here, and I'm hoping that it's still going to be dry enough, even though deep down I can feel it's already wet, which is not good for the hot glue. You want it to be very, very dry. My hot glue gun I have plugged in, but I've actually unplugged it again. I haven't found that hot glue burns the plants too much. I mean, it's hot to the touch. You say ouch, but it's not really all that damaging. But I let it warm up, and now I'm just letting it cool down again, so that the hot glue isn't like super, super hot. And I think I just want to put this guy right in there like that, and then we can cover it kind of back up with moss. So let's put some hot glue in here, and then we already made sure that he fits in there nicely, so I'm just gonna dab him on there, and he's gonna say ouch for a second, but then we can just sort of cover up everything with the moss again, hopefully. And you know what I did last time? I actually just took like a little bit of this moss, wrapped it around it, and just put a little tiny bit of hot glue on the surface area here and on the surface, and just kind of hid the roots a little bit, just like that. There we go. So that doesn't look too bad in there. And then let's see, where should we put the epidendrum? Where's a blank spot now? The epidendrum porpax, he has nice roots that kind of go everywhere. You can see this one here, and it's amazing already. Just in the few days this has been up, it's been hanging quite high in the greenhouse. You can see how red this one is. And my piece here that's not been quite so high is not nearly as red. But let's keep them somewhat together maybe. I don't know, we could put it going the other direction to make it look like it's a bigger piece. It's kind of like that. That might work well. Why don't we do that for this guy? So I'm going to just put the tripod back there. So the block of wood that you see is just really to make sure that we're not going anywhere. And this one was pretty easy to do, and I'm just going to put a bit of hot glue right there, and in we go with it, just like so. So as I say, if you've ever worked with hot glue, to touch it, it's like it was hot, but it didn't actually like burn me or anything like that. So especially with the glue gun, see, we're working with it not even plugged in. It's just warm but cooling down. So that's kind of a good spot for it. And then I was thinking it might be nice to get a few little air plants in our orchid garden. So these are the seedlings that I've had for years going now, and you've watched these guys get bigger with me. And so we're going to put a few of these seedlings here. I'm just putting them onto the piece of wood. Let me turn the camera. So some of them are nice size. These are literally like a year or 2 or 3 old. I don't even know how long, but so they don't grow super fast, and they might be a nice addition to the little hanging garden as well. So why don't we pick out 4 or 5 of these guys to do as well. Let's do 4. We might even do less than that. I can finish more off camera. I don't want to bore you guys. Let's see. Where can we put these little guys? Well, since we're in camera range right here, and these things work so good, good little roots on them. Good little roots. I'm just going to put a dollop right there and put this guy in it. Now, I know that hot glue is used for gluing air plants all the time, so I know it doesn't affect them too much. And we'll do another one close by, just like so. And why don't we do a couple on the other side maybe? We'll go down here. There's a big empty wooden spot right there. Wooden spot, piece of the branch exposed. So why don't we put one right there too? And so we always grow plants in sphagnum moss. I don't know really what this is going to have as an effect on the plant itself. If it's going to hurt it or what. My glue gun's starting to cool down now. I can tell it's not so sticky. So we put that guy right there, like so. There he is. Oh, and we had to re-glue this guy down a little bit because he was starting to let loose. Because I put the glue on while he was wet. So let's put a bit of glue under him there, and hopefully he'll stick to that. Yeah, my glue gun's getting cold now, so I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot more gluing without plugging it back in, but I just glued that one back down. Made a little bit more mess. That was actually from the old gluing. You can see a bit of glue. But anyways, let's have one more look at this guy now. And so, there's the Masdevallia we just put on. And the air plant we just put on. We'll leave it at 3 air plants. Fix that guy. Dracula. The Epidendrum porpax now looks bigger. He goes in 3 different directions instead of just the 2. Restripia, and more Masdevallia, and more air plant in there. And I think he's pretty cool. So anyways, why don't we hang him back up and let him do his thing. Alright guys, there's the final shot of it hanging back up where he belongs. And so, he's on the back, shadier corner of the greenhouse. There's a misting nozzle somewhat above him, so he should stay fairly moist on the cool side of the greenhouse. Again, we use all miniature plants that I had extras of, so this is just an experiment here. But anyways, I hope you liked this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks for watching. Good afternoon YouTube, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to do a neat little project with you. Now I've already got this project started, but blah. Take 2. Good morning YouTube, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to share a little project I've been doing with you. Project. Once I get going at it, then I'm fine, but until I get on a roll, I should have brought my coffee out with me.